All right, we are live in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Charlotte Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets. All right, let's talk about them. So yeah, Charlotte has some moves to make in the offseason. Some priorities I think they need to kind of figure out. Let's just jump right into it. We'll talk about rumors. We'll talk a little bit about draft position along with potential free agent moves, targets, all those things. Let's get into it. So first off, they made that move for Hayward. I thought Hayward was actually pretty solid for them last year. Got hurt at the end of the year, and I think there was some like real weird stuff where like he might have been able to play in the play-in game, but he didn't. So that was kind of weird. But they are paying him for the next 3 seasons, so that'll be interesting to see what Charlotte wants to do there. Terry Rozier under contract and is also available for an extension. We'll talk about that extension in a minute as well. Zeller is a free agent. I don't envision them bringing him or I don't envision the Hornets bringing him or Bismack Biyombo back. They might keep one of them, but I don't see them bringing both back. LaMelo, great, rookie of the year, awesome, giving the team some direction for the future. Malik Monk, a restricted free agent. I do want to talk about him for a second. So Malik Monk had a really, really weird start to his NBA career, because coming out of Kentucky, he was kind of like the shooter, the long shooter out of Kentucky, and he was going to be able to kind of be this really good shooter in the league, and he never was. Last year, he peaks. I guess you can't say he peaks, but last year he had his best year of his career shooting the ball from three. And so, but there's also 3 years of evidence that he doesn't shoot the ball from three. So what is the outlier? The 3 years, the 1 year, a little worrisome. So I would be a little hesitant to be breaking the bank for Malik Monk, my personal opinion. PJ Washington, Miles Bridges, the last couple of draft picks for them, really good, pretty solid dudes. Devontae Graham is the other restricted free agent that they have that is going to be an interesting kind of decision. They have these 3 guards that kind of need the ball in their hands, with Graham and Rozier and LaMelo. And I see a scenario where they can't really coexist, all 3 of them together. So because of that, I just feel like this team is going to have to make the decision of like, okay, we're either going to bring back Graham and trade Rozier, or we're going to just let Graham walk. I think they'll try to keep both Monk. I wouldn't do this. I think they'll try to keep Monk and Graham. I would probably try to concentrate some effort on Graham, but I don't think it will be like huge. Let's see. Other than that, this team will have the 11th pick in the NBA draft. Hard to project kind of who's there. Once you get past like the top 8 of the draft, it kind of like fizzles out, and teams that were like guys that were supposed to be picked at like 19 move up to 12, and guys who are supposed to be picked at like 30 go to 20, and all these different things. So a little interesting. So I have a hard time kind of projecting what they would want. I don't know I think they could package it with something to be able to move and get like a veteran player, but ultimately I don't think that anything's going to come out of that pick, because I think they're probably going to trade it. Let's see here. Projected cap space. Let's see here. Batum. So here are their picks moving forward. Charlotte has a majority of their picks going forward here. And I ultimately think that Charlotte's in a good spot. Pretty good situation for them to be in. All right. Let's see here. Let's look at some rumors now. This will probably be a little bit of a shorter stream for the Hornets. Hornets workout Sharp. Day'Ron Sharp. So I'll talk a little bit more about kind of my mocks, my personal mock draft, or my personal big board for the draft. Day'Ron Sharp is actually really interesting. I like him a lot. He looks overweight for a basketball player. At least he looks like a football player, but he can pass, he can rebound. He's tough. He plays very solid defense. So I think there's like a PJ Tucker-esque-ness to him. And I think that he ultimately finds a place in the NBA and can maybe last a while. So Hornets working him out. That's pretty interesting. I feel like the Hornets love drafting guys from the SEC and the ACC, from those two conferences. Anyway, let's look for more stuff. So next one is what is it? We were looking up the Hornets. League sources continue to connect the Hornets, who will be seeking a center this summer, to Miles Turner, Richaun Holmes, and Nerlens Noel. So, yeah, I definitely think that the center position is something that the Hornets should prioritize. Again, they're probably going to lose Zeller and Biyombo, and if they do bring someone back, I think it's just one of them. I don't think they bring both of them back. So I think if they could find a way to maybe get like Andre Drummond, or maybe work out a trade with Miles Turner, like, would Indiana be all right with trading and getting another lottery pick? So getting the 11th pick and giving up Miles Turner, I think that's a pretty good thing for Indiana to at least consider. But yeah, and then Richaun Holmes, I think, would, with the cap space, if the thing with if a trade with Miles Turner doesn't work out, definitely is worth looking into as far as that goes for Richaun Holmes. There's a strong expectation the Thunder will continue to search for ways to move up in the first round. One possible deal could monitor a swap that would send the 16th and the 18th pick to the Hornets for number 11. Interesting. So there's some rumors there about, I think Oklahoma City is going to make a trade. I'm going to put that on the board. Oklahoma City makes a drafted night trade that like includes drafting like picks. I can see them being like, we're trying to move up, but then like, okay, never mind. We're just going to move back. Okay. Let's see here. Cameron Thomas. I'll talk about him probably a little bit more in our in the draft kind of breakdown that I'll do Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. But yeah, Hornets. Yeah, I'm not crazy about Cam Thomas. Sengun has been working out, or has worked out with the Hornets, so that's good. Just trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's much else here. Hornets will focus on best player in the draft. Yeah, I guess, but I don't even know they're keeping their pick. Interest in Miles Turner. Ball. Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. So LiAngelo Ball is actually signing with the Hornets to play a part of the G League team or the Summer League team. That's really wild to me. Tells me that LaMelo has a lot of power there. Maybe he blossoms and he turns into something great, but just an interesting little thing for the Hornets to be able to go and just get LaMelo's older brother to come play for the Summer League team. That is it. Most of my opinions on this, again, I think the Hornets just add youth, find a center of the future to kind of work with. I think Turner would be great for LaMelo. Adds defense. Is a guy that they can kind of maybe throw the ball into every now and then for a lob. And, LaMelo loves his lobs. So, yeah, ultimately, I do think Charlotte's in a good spot. I think they can, again, be a team that's competing for the play-in and maybe even a little bit more. But we'll see what they do. I think right now what we should expect is them to try to bring back Monk, to try to bring back Devontae Graham, and maybe try to find a center like, again, Richaun Holmes, Nerlens Noel, Andre Drummond, Miles Turner. So we'll definitely see. I think they could also move their 11th pick as well. Lots of shakeups that can happen for the Hornets here. But we're going to end this stream, and we're actually going to open up the San Antonio Spurs next. After that, we will have let's see here. We'll have a couple more streams after that. We have about 5 more, plus a couple that we kind of biffed on. So, all right, we'll end this one and we'll start another one here.